As the first rays of dawn brushed against the barren expanse of Mars, Commander Armin stood at the threshold of his small base, the reality of his unprecedented journey washing over him like the ghostly winds that swept across the crimson plains. Years of rigorous training, sacrifice, and dreams culminated in this moment, the moment he set foot on the Red Planet, a world devoid of sound, life, and the familiar pulse of Earth. The silence here was almost malevolent, a void that wrapped around him tighter than his spacesuit, whispering secrets of the endless dust and darkness that surrounded him. The first night on Mars enveloped him like a heavy shroud. Inside his base, a cramped metallic cocoon filled with the hum of machinery and the faint scent of recycled air, he tried to close his eyes and drift into much-needed sleep. But sleep was elusive. Something gnawed at the edges of his consciousness, disrupting the calm stillness that had settled over the land. Then, at precisely 2:17 a.m., a sound pierced the quiet, a strange, dragging noise that clawed at his nerves. At first, he dismissed it, attributing it to the peculiarities of the Martian atmosphere, perhaps a shift in the wind. Yet, as the sound grew louder, more insistent, it morphed into something that felt distinctly alive, a rhythmic scraping that sent shivers down his spine. With each passing heartbeat echoing in his ears, he summoned his courage and approached the small window, his heart pounding like a distant drum. Peering out into the void, he was met with an unsettling sight. A shadow slithered against the red dust, a figure that danced just beyond the reach of his understanding. Fear ignited within him, a primal instinct that screamed of danger. There was no life on Mars. At least, that's what the scientists had assured him. Panic clawed at his throat as he turned to the control panel, hastily strapping on his helmet and activating the external camera, desperate for clarity. But the screen remained blank, an empty void where answers should have been. His breath quickened, a frantic rhythm matching the chaos of his thoughts. The dragging sound ceased abruptly, as if the very fabric of the universe had decided to hold its breath. The shadow vanished into the Martian night, leaving behind an unsettling stillness. Just as uncertainty threatened to consume him whole, a message flickered into existence on his screen, stark and chilling. "You are not alone." Armin's heart raced, colliding with a blend of fear and awe. What could it mean? In this desolate expanse, what lay beyond the reach of his limited understanding? The reality of his isolation crumbled, revealing a terrifying truth. He was not just a visitor here. He was intruding upon a world that held its own mysteries, and perhaps its own life. In that moment, Commander Armin felt the weight of the universe pressing down on him, the loneliness of space transforming into a connection, fraught with apprehension and wonder. He was not merely a man on a mission, he was a pioneer, standing at the precipice of discovery. The night was far from over, and Mars had awakened. His journey had only just begun.